Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I wanted to share this with my YouTube followers and anyone that is lurking around. I started KDP January 1st. My first book was published January 4th. So today I'm sharing a process that I just did over the past 8 days, really, and made most of the headway yesterday. And I realized if I could share this method with you, hopefully it would help you to publish more often. And we talk a lot about the importance of quality. So I'm going to show you some of the processes. If you've followed me on YouTube, you've seen videos about ways to achieve quality for your books. But in this step by step, I'm going to show you exactly the steps I took to not accidentally, but creatively create 30 books in 8 days. Okay. So my total account is at 308. Here is the process that I go through. And for me, it's really fun. The first thing is I get an idea. And I always write down my ideas because I will forget it. I tell myself, oh yeah, that's so good, I'm going to write it down. And then hours or days later, I'm like, what was that idea? So I always write it down in my notes app on my phone. Okay. And then when I have a chance to get to my computer, that's when I check the market to see if there's already a book like that. I have a lot of Chrome extensions and software that will tell me it's validated, and every everyone that you're following for KDP has that, right? So there's some that you can install that just pop up, and I think Titans Publishing is a main one. So when I'm in Amazon, it automatically tells me the BSR, and that really helps me know, like, okay, is this validated? And then part of checking the market is typing it in and seeing how many people are searching for it. Does it even come up in the search, automated suggestions that Amazon does? So when I say check the market, I also don't want to put something out there that everyone else is doing. Like, I'm just not, my success in making 12 grand of royalties since starting KDP 8 months ago was a result of trying to create new niches. That's really fun for me. And so when I say check the market, I do want to create something that doesn't exist because I want to own the market on that book. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to identify keywords. These are things that are actually being searched for that I can use either in my descriptions, my subtitle, maybe my main title, but most importantly, the 7 keyword boxes that you get, and also for ads. So as I'm doing this and it's looking promising, I'm going to start writing those things down. I'm going to copy and paste, and I'll keep a Google Docs document open for those things. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm going to evaluate the risk or rewards. How long is this going to take for me to do? And are the rewards worth it? Honestly, this process is really fun for me, so there's not really a lot of risks. Maybe I'm not gonna get my house cleaned as quickly as I would like. Maybe I'm not going to, I don't know. Like, that pause tells you how much I like this process. So it's really low risk for me just to put a book out there to see what happens. And I hope it's the same for you too. As I'm doing this, I'm copying ASINs, not just in books, but other areas of living. Let me tell you about the books I just released. Yesterday, well, about 8 books I released yesterday, and they already got approved. They're already live. So I was really blown away to wake up and be like, I made these 12 hours ago, and now like people can go and buy them. I thought of a Halloween idea. And so I went ahead and I did all this stuff. I had the idea and I checked the market, and then I copied the ASINs and I went to work. Okay. So this all happened very quickly. So for book creation, like, I'm thinking about, now that I have this idea, what are books that I can make to complement this book and get it out quickly? Right. So maybe they have similar interiors and I'm just changing a little thing, but it makes it still complementary to it. And this is a really important part that people skip over, is pen names. I've seen some of my competition with their books, and they use one pen name for all their books and none of their books match. And that's not the type of business I want to run. I almost want to create, I always think about when I create a pen name, little tiny shops on corners of downtowns. Like I love little bookshops. Like, so that part is really fun for me, and I think it makes me more successful because I'm thinking of it as its own identity, like entity. And so when you get an idea for a book, like think about the overall structure, because I wish I could share some of the pen names with you guys. I love coming up with stuff like that. It's so fun. So I used to keep track of all the pen names that I have in a spreadsheet, and I need to get back to it because I added 3 or 4 or maybe 6, pardon me, over the past 2 weeks, because I found these little niches that no one's serving things, and I really want to create something where people are like, this is so cute. Okay, so think about the pen names. Like, there might be a book that needs its own pen name, even if it's one book. Don't overestimate that power. Okay, and the most important thing to being able to create 30 books in 8 days is uploading in one setting. So I have my Google Doc for my descriptions, and I'm going to change them slightly for each book, what it is. But I want to be able to upload in one setting because that takes a while, and you know that. And that's literally how I did this week. And so when we talk about not having, having quantity over quality, there is the fine line of, is it a good idea? Is it out there? Can I make compliments to it? So that's what I've done over the past 8 days to have 30 additional books. And we'll see where they go. We'll see where it goes. And while I don't want to focus on trying to publish 1,000 books this year, if I follow this process, I will I will always publish. I will not stop. Love you guys. Peace out.